Tinubu avoiding our petition. Peter Obi Atiku tells election tribunal. Okay, so yeah, this idea of why PDP and Labour Party are filing a petition against INEC, against Tinubu, and against APC with the election tribunal. Tinubu just decided to travel out of the country in the name of seeking medical treatment. And after we heard that he left for medical treatment because he fell ill after the election stress, we're also hearing that he went to Europe to go and rest. So which one do we believe from the APC camp now? Is it that he went for medical treatment or that he went for bed rest? Because we also learned he wanted his doctors from Europe to come to Nigeria to take care of him, and when he's better, he can, or when things die down, he could fly to the Europe for more detailed medical checks. But right now, what we're hearing, both the PDP and APC, PDP and the Labour Party camp under Atiku and Peter Obi are saying that Tinubu is tactically avoiding the election petition that have been filed against him. Wow. And which could be true anyway, because when they were signing the peace accord last year, I think early this year too, before the election, he tactically traveled, and Shetima had to attend on his behalf. Okay. So, and we remember that was when Shetima was told that he was not needed. Atishowori told him that he was not the right person needed at the committee, the National Peace Committee meeting, where they all signed their commitment to ensure there is peaceful election. So this is Tinubu's style, actually, looking for a way to avoid some commitment, and by traveling or by, putting up some programs that he will prioritize rather than doing the general thing that everybody is expecting him to do. So now Peter Obi and Atiku have come out to say Tinubu is avoiding their petition. Okay. The candidate of the All Progressive Congress APC and President-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been accused of deliberately avoiding petitions filed by his opponents to nullify his election. Nigerian News reports that the accusation was made by the presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, and his counterpart in the Labour Party, Peter Obi. It was gathered that Atiku and Obi have reapproached the Presidential Election Petition Court, PEPC, with ex parte applications seeking to be allowed to serve the petitions on Tinubu through substituted means. In their applications before the court, Atiku and Obi decried that all efforts to effect personal service of their petitions on him proved abortive. Wow. So, yeah, so they were supposed to be served a copy of the petition to know that, they're involved in a court case. I mean, he's involved in a court case. Okay. But he has tactically avoided it by deciding to travel. This has always been his style, but this time will the style work for him? We don't know yet. But I know the court has said he must be served the petition. Recall that Tinubu, who was on March 1 declared as the winner of the presidential election, is currently out of the country, owing to an affidavit of urgency that accompanied the motion ex parte. The court said it would hear Atiku and Obi's applications by 11 a.m. That Friday, which was yesterday. INEC had declared Tinubu of the ruling All Progressive Congress APC as winner of the presidential poll ahead of the 17 other candidates that contested the election. According to INEC, Tinubu scored a total of 8.8 million votes, to defeat Atiku Abubakar of People Democratic Party and Peter Obi of Labour Party. However, both Atiku and Obi rejected the outcome of the election, which they said was rigged in Tinubu's favor. Aside from accusing INEC of acting in breach of its own electoral regulations and guidelines, the petitioners equally argued that Tinubu was not legally qualified to participate in presidential election. So that actually is a bit of the background of the case. But the meat of the matter here is that they made several attempts to serve Tinubu a copy of the petition for him to know that he has a case to answer, but all efforts proved abortive. And the next thing is that he traveled and left the country, okay, in the name of medical treatment. But the question is, how can the case progress without him receiving the notice or without him being served the notice? I think what Peter Obi is trying to do is to make sure that they serve that notice to probably by proxy through alternative means of making sure that it gets to him. Okay, if it's given to Shetima or if it's given to any of his PCCs, well, they will say they are waiting to deliver to him. All of these are delay tactics to see how they can wait until the swearing in time so that he can be sworn in and then he can take over the matter and then quash it. Those are the tactics I think he wants to do. But it might be very bad for him because if he does not respond quickly to that court case, they will serve him another thing called contempt of court. Okay, most likely it might get to that. But the fact remains that he has a case to answer. This has been declared by Nigerians and foreign observers as the worst election in Nigerian history. Everybody's protesting, everybody's angry. People are killed, people are maimed, people are injured, properties are destroyed, worth hundreds, thousands of millions. Okay, so Tinubu knows that, just like Dati Ahmed said, that Tinubu is holding a dude certificate, meaning it's a fake certificate and it's not going to be binding. Okay, already several people and several entities are calling for the INEC to nullify that election, which INEC has refused to nullify, saying that the case is already in court or with the tribunal, and so they can't touch it anymore. Those are things. And then they are also saying that they can't handle a petition that is handled or that is generated by political parties. Can you imagine? So, but we know that INEC compromised a lot of APC thugs, anti-party activities, problems that caused marred the whole of the elections, especially the presidential election. Okay, there are so many that the credibility of the election right now is being questioned. Okay, ranging from violating the Electoral Act, INEC guidelines, thuggery, violence, and all forms of things, and not even transmitting the election result through the BVAS to the IRF portal in real time. All of that did not happen, and those were the sections provided by the Electoral Act of 2022, which Mahmoud Yakubu, the INEC chairman, promised to stick to and to ensure that the process is strictly followed. But he never followed any of them. So that is the situation. So we are waiting for Tinubu to receive a copy of that petition, and then once it is served to him, then probably the case can progress. But how long will it continue to run? How long will it continue? Is it going to be in Europe till he's sworn in? No. So a lot of things are being rumored around this court case about, let's see how it will go with Tinubu's current behavior. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.